Hello, my friends. It is me, Karen Valentine, and we are back to do part 4 of Where Sunflowers Bloom by Christine Caran. And we are going to do we're going to attempt to do a backlit bokeh background with gelatos. Gelatos have become my absolute favorite medium for doing backgrounds and other things as well. They're very, very versatile. I use them without water. They are water soluble, but I like them without water. And I have a few tutorials on my channel that show other backgrounds that I've done with them, so you can go check those out. They're all in the playlist for backgrounds. And this is the scary part. I mean, this is the part where, and I think for many of us, it's that part where you've got the whole page done and you're really happy with it, and it's time to do the background, and you're like, oh crap, what if I mess it up? You're not alone. I go through that all the time. Gelatos are really nice because they take some of that fear out because they're so user-friendly. But today I'm going to be attempting to blend a bluey, a dark bluey, it's almost kind of navy-ish color with yellows and oranges. And typically that would not look very good. Blue and orange don't typically get used together, but I did a little test run on some paper and I think I'm going to really, really like it. So I'm just going to go for it and cross my fingers that I don't completely screw up the page. So let's see. Before I get started, I want to tell you what colors I'm using and what set I got them out of in case you want to go do that. I'm going to start with Coconut, and it is from the Dolce Gift Set 2. That's the big set of gelatos, which has a lot of wonderful colors in it. I'm going to be using Citrine, which is from Iridescence 2. I'm going to be using Amber, which is also from Iridescence 2. Supernova is from Iridescence 1. Wouldn't it just figure? And the Satellite is from Iridescence 1 and also Dolce Gift Set 2. Okay, so I'm going to start debating on if I want to start with what's the word I'm thinking of? My brain just completely stopped functioning. Bokeh, the Bokeh lights, so the little circly white lights. I think we'll start there. Citrine is going to be for the golden glow behind her, so we'll pull that out and we'll go from there. So the key, as I've explained in some of my previous videos, the key to the success of the gelatos being used dry, for me personally, is these short-haired stencil brushes. And there's also a link to the gelatos and also the stencil brushes in the description box below. But what's great about these short bristle brushes, say that 3 times fast, is that they don't squish down like a long-haired stencil brush. When you are putting pressure on it, they squish and bend, and the short bristle brushes do not do that. So they are a very valuable tool in doing these techniques. Okay, so I'm going to start, I think, by putting the little circles in. first. So I think that's what we'll do. And sorry, I'm just trying to clean up just a little bit here. Okay, so I'm going to stay zoomed out, at least for now, because I don't think you need to see this really close up. And again, I'm sorry if my hand is covering what I'm going to be doing, because when you're working with a stencil brush, as opposed to a pencil where you're working this way, a stencil brush has to be used straight up and down. And so my hand just will probably be in the way a lot, but I will try and I will try and make that as painless as possible. I'm not sure. Maybe if I hold my brush further back, I don't know. Anyway, it's not too complicated. We're just going to make some white dots on here to start with. And we're going to be building them up with other colors and doing other things with them. So but this way I kind of I ensure that I get in here with what I want to do. Otherwise I might just completely cover stuff up and then I'm just kind of establishing where I want these to go. All right, I think we'll start with that. So now I'm going to do the glow. The glow around her hair first. So I'm using Citrine for this. All right, and I want to put a little bit of this also all the way around. Okay. The hard part is, what do I want to do next? I think we'll do some of this amber. And as I do this, I am going to kind of go around the circles, the white circles. So we're going to come in and add other colors there as well, but boy, it's tempting to just stick with these colors and not throw that blue in, but when I did my little tests of colors and stuff, I really liked it with the blue, so I think we're going to go for it just because it'll be so kind of cool and different. At least I hope it'll be cool and different. So at this point, this would be where I would start adding the blue. Do I want to, I think I'm just going to bring this over just a hair. All right. Oh, okay, scary part, here we go. So pay no attention to the woman who's going to freak out on camera if this looks absolutely terrible. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to get out a smaller brush. I think I like it. So her shirt I'm planning on doing in blue. So I think this will work out just fine. Maybe the bigger one because I want blue over here in this corner as well. Let's see, I gotta think about this for a minute. Okay, I think I'm going to take some white. I'm not sure what this will do, but I think I'm going to use that and then maybe blend some of the yellow into that and see what that does. In fact, let's do that right now. That's better. It kind of gives it a, I don't know, it's cool. It's like a painterly kind of look. So now the question is, do I want to do something similar to that over here? I think I want to get some more orange and yellows in right here. So white again. It. Let's just see what, a little bit of white, maybe a little bit right here. All right, well, I don't know how backlit glowy she looks, but she looks pretty. Let's get the blue on her shirt. I think that's going to make a difference in how I feel about this. So we're using Periwinkle for her shirt. And white. So I'm going to throw some white on here. And now Periwinkle. We're in the ugly phase. We're in the ugly phase. Patience, patience, patience. Okay. Black. Okay, so I'm kind of adding a little bit of this color down into the, off the shirt. I think that still needs to be pretty heavily, oh, maybe I'll do some more orangey glow right there. Okay, part of me thinks that would be wrong to do because really this would be all shirt right here. So I don't think I'm going to add more. I'm going to add more of this blue. And I'm going pretty lightly because I want to just build up and get it to blend into the gelato color. But we are going to add more gelatos over at the top of the shirt and this too, so. I think I need to add gelatos first. Let's add some more of the gelato blue or satellite. And then we'll work on getting the God, my brain. Bokeh, the little bokeh lights. back to, so they're not just plain white. We want to add some more colors in there. Okay, this is looking better because it's kind of blending the two colors now, which is kind of more like what I wanted. That's good. Okay. Let's take some of the Citrine and put it in our little Bokeh lights. And I want to do something. Do we do yellow? I don't know. Maybe I keep those white. There's a little bit of blue on my brush, so maybe a little bit of blue will transfer. I don't know that I want a lot though, so. I think we'll add some more with white pencil. Let's add some yellow over here too and see what that does. Should we add it in the center instead of the outside? Okay, center going out. Oh, I think I like it better white on the center. Happy with that, I think. Okay, I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And by dry, I mean, because it's not like it's wet, but it, you know, it is a little wet. It's a little soft, maybe. So if I give it a few minutes to dry, and to kind of stiffen up, then I can come in with my colored pencil and do the last little bit of work that I want to do on it, and I think I will be happy. So I'm going to let that dry for about 10 minutes and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm back before I was planning on it, because as I was looking at this, I really like what's happening, but there's something about this upper corner where I feel like I want it to be more blue, because I want the glow around her hair to be a little bit more pronounced. And so I'm going to, with great fear, I'm going to try and add some more blue up here, and I don't know how that's going to turn out. So rather than using an I just don't know. It may not be, it may be still too wet for me to try and do this. I don't know. So I feel bad if you guys have been following along and not watching the whole thing first, because then I always feel like I steered you wrong in what to do, and then you have to go through this same thing as I am. So hopefully that's not the case. I'm going to wind up covering up some of that white, I have a feeling, but I got to try, because I just got to try. So if I have to go back in with more white or something, I will. I'll try and preserve the white circles there a little bit. Yeah, see, that's better. Okay, I might even wind up putting some of that blue down here. It's better. Oh, I'm so glad I did that. Okay, let's add a little bit more. Some of these are more crumbly than others. I'm not sure. I haven't paid attention to see if it's, you know, like the iridescence over the pastels, or the translucence. Can also blend with your fingers, which is nice. Oh, I like that much better. Okay, good, good, good. So let me get that out of the way. And I might try and add the white back right there. That feels really good. I'm quite happy with that. So now I'm going to go away, let these dry, because the pencils, again, do much better on top when it's been cured for a little while. So we're going to let that dry for a little bit, and then I will see you in a few. Okay, seriously, don't laugh at me, but I think I want to add some more yellow. I'm such a dork. I think I want to add some more yellow into the lights, because I feel like they're all just too white, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to add some yellow, yeah, into some of these. That's better. Boy, that just softened it up just enough, didn't it? It's just, I like it better. What do you think? I know, you can't answer me. That's okay. All right, now am I done? I think now I'm done. So now when I add the little white tiny dots, it won't be a page of nothing but white lights. So, okay, now I'm done. I promise I won't be back again until it's dry. Okay, I'm back. It's dry enough, but I can't leave well enough alone. So I did tell you that I was going to use Supernova, but I'm not sure if I'm going to love it or not, so it's a little scary. Yeah, it's a little scary, but part of me wants a little bit brighter, so okay, I'm gonna stop, take stock. Do I like it? Let's put a little bit up here. Oh goodness, it's hard to know what to do. Okay, I like that. Maybe we just do that little bit. Okay, so other things about what I've got going on here that that needs some more work. So I never did do her nostril. So I'm gonna get the dark going in her nostril because something about her face was bugging me, and that was it. So that's better. And then I'm also debating on even more darkness around her face with, you know, in her hair. So part of me is debating on whether I like printing this page on the sepia as much as I like printing it, you know, with the regular black. And the reason is that when I printed it before on the regular black, and I did my kind of test colors and stuff like that. The printed black part really added some depth into the picture, which you lose when you print it with the sepia. So I liked the fact that the lines were not as dark, and you had some more freedom, creative freedom and control, kind of like how everybody likes to cover up the black lines. And that's kind of what I was going for when I printed it with sepia. But when I compare the test colors and just the things that I tested out compared to this page, the thing that this page was lacking is that really dark depth that the black ink gave. So it's kind of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, whether I want to do that again. Part of me does, and part of me's like, oh, but the black is so good. But I think if I just keep adding more black, I'll get to where I want to be. I don't know that I like that though. So I don't know. I mean, I'm really happy with the page the way it looks. It's very, very pretty. So I'm really not complaining. I'm just thinking out loud as for options for, I guess, future pages. But the more black I add to this as I keep going, the better and better I'm liking it. So I think the contrast is very important, to have plenty of good darks mixed in. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, let's I want to get the glow, if I can, a little bit brighter, and I'm not sure if I should use white for that or yellow. Covering up my mistake. I should have just erased it. So it feels like the white blends in enough with the yellow that maybe that's what I need to really get it to look like it's glowing. I don't know. I don't want to compete with the bokeh lights. Oh, I think I like that. I like All right, let's try adding some little dots. So you want to make sure that some of those little dots that you do, you go right on top of your other bokeh lights, because you want them to look like they're in front of. And I almost think of these as little fairy lights. I don't know. Something about the little tiny dots that just remind me of, like, I don't know, something other than the lights. Like they're little fairies glowing or something, I don't know. Little lightning bugs or something. Part of me wonders if some of these white dots should be in front of her, but not if it's light, I guess. If it was a little firefly or something, I guess it could go in front of her hair, but I guess it doesn't make sense if it's... So when you're doing random dots like this, you have to try really hard to make it so that they're not dot, 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 dot spread evenly around the page. You want to clump some of them into little clumps of maybe, you know, 3 or 4, and then you want to spread the other ones out. There's definitely a thing to making something look random. It can be a challenge sometimes. All righty. Gosh, I feel really happy about this. I know I could work on it and tweak it more and more and more, and I might even come back in after I stare it for a little while, because I do tend to do that. Or sometimes if I take a picture, I can see what a page needs after I photograph it better than I can see what it needs while I'm working on it. And I don't know why that is, but sometimes that is. So I may, after the camera gets turned off, well, do some more to it, but I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good about it. There's something about this right here that I'm not happy with. Make sure my blender is clean. I think I need a little bit of, let's just do that now on camera. So her nose wasn't like almost, the under part isn't defined enough. So and then I'm wondering if I need a little bit of more dark right there. Kind of don't like that, I don't know what that's called, that little white light reflection above her lip. It's something about it that's just bugging me. I guess that's okay. I'm wondering if I need to add some yellow, you know, right there. Would maybe be reflected. So we'll put a little bit of would be darker. Let's get some dark in there. See what I mean by tweaking? I could just work on this, tweaking. And again, part of me wants to come in and work on some whites. Maybe that needs to be darker. But I don't know if I have a darker color or if I should just use black. Black it is. And sometimes you want the hard, scratchy blender. So that. That's better. Need to bring this down just a little bit more. Once these gelatos are dry or cured, whatever you want to call it, pencil goes right over them very nicely, and it actually is really goes on really smooth and nice. So we get this really nice fade out and blend. Which I really like. Now I could, if I wanted to, come in with the satellite again, maybe just down low. Because every time you add a layer, it gets darker and darker and darker. I'm going to call this page done. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. It's actually really, really pretty. But these gelatos are iridescent. And so I'm going to try and, I don't know if I'll be able to show it on the yellow flip-flops to purple, and the satellite flip-flops to green. And so when you catch this in just the right light, you get this really pretty shimmer of this purple that runs through wherever I had the yellow as well. It's really pretty, but I don't think it will show up very well in the on the camera. So, but you never know, maybe it will. Anyway, that's it. She's finished. So you can see, I think you can see why I like using gelatos so very much. They make backgrounds go quickly. You can work on top of them. You can work underneath them with pencil, whatever suits your fancy. And I'm really happy with the way that page came out. It was a little touch and go there for a little while, but it's all good. So thank you so much once again for spending your time with me. I'm going to try and get as many Halloween images done in what's left of the month as I possibly can. There's still some Spooktober images that I would like to get done, and there's a couple of other Halloween images that I would like to get done that are actually from the same artist. So cross my fingers. It's a busy, busy time, but I really want to get them done. So I will see you guys on the next video. And until then, happy coloring. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.